Hi everyone, this is Jeanette with JandaPanda Treasures. How are you today? I'm just doing a preview pre-sale. I have a whole bunch of jewelry on my desk here and I'm going to go through it. And if you want to purchase anything or make an offer on anything, you can email me, JandaPanda at Comcast.net, and welcome in. Welcome in everyone. Okay, so yeah, I have some interesting and fun items. Oh, there it is. And I have this little guy right here that we will look at. Anyway, let's start. Okay, let's start with these guys. These are unbranded gold tone clamper. It's a nice one. Again, if you're interested, let me know. This one is missing a stone, so I will not be bringing this one. That's too bad. No name. So I got two clampers, no names. I'm probably not going to bring them unless there's a request, but they're in good shape. I have some J. Crew earrings. J. Crew. Look at that. J. Crew, and these are like the, glitter. There's the back. It has the little stone right there. Kind of a brassy backing. J. Crew. Get you close up there. And here's the front. Kind of just skim through these. I also like to try, if there's markings on the earring backs, I usually try and keep those with the earrings. But yes, anyway, welcome to my channel. This is Jeanette with JandaPanda Treasures, and I appreciate you checking out the video. All right, let's put that in a little baggie. Don't want them to get lost. Them off to the side. This just happens to be a box my sister-in-law gave me. It's Rushmore Black Hills gold fine jewelry, and then there's this little thing in here. I think I'm just going to test that, make sure it's not gold. But this is a cute little box about the Rushmore Gold Company. And everybody knows about Black Hills gold. Gold, yellow gold. There's yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. Rose gold has copper in it that makes up the 5%. White gold has 5% nickel in it, and then, I think it's nickel. Something that helps keep it, make it a white gold. And then I forget what alloy is mixed with the actual gold. So, but yeah, it's interesting the way we treat gold to make it into jewelry. Okay, so let's look at this one. That's acrylic. It does have these rondelles here. Let me get you a measurement. There's no marks. There's a lot of jewelry that doesn't have marks. The earlier pieces without marks probably had paper tags when they were like for sale. Okay, so this is a challenge because it's made to curve. So we're at 13 with so 13 up to maybe 17 3/4 on this one. Move these guys over. Okay. That's the interesting part, is finding one that's big enough. This is a lovely set of glass faux pearls. Here's the back to it. These were really, really green on the ends, but I got quite a bit of the green off. Just a tiny bit of water and vinegar. I did not soak them, so I was afraid it would cause damage to the actual pearls. Double strand. Let's see how this would go. Most likely like so. Get you a drop. Turned out to be a really pretty piece. So this one's got a 9-inch drop, so 18 inches. Just super pretty. And these sterling posts, has the green cat's eye on it. These are sterling. And they did have a little bit of green at the base. I'm sure that the green is because of the, there's probably, these may not be sterling, maybe they are, I don't know. But this part's welded on and it's like right at the weld where it turned green. So, yeah, green. These are cool. And, you know, I have at my fingertips, I do have some backs for these type of smalls. All right, let's take a look at this. I got this because it reminded me of Wendy Gell's jewelry, but it's not. This is by a designer, and it says logo by Lori Goldstein China. So that's the brand, I'm sure. Logo or Loco? Let me double check. Logo. So that's the name of this jewelry. So it would lay like so. These are acrylic. Lori Goldstein. So this, yeah. That's about a 10-inch drop with an extender. Really cool. And this actually has what looks like abalone right there. Right there. And some, I wonder if those glow. Nope, no glow. So, there's no marks on this one. Pretty little brooch. I need to have my bags a little bit closer. I also have a couple of other brooches here too. More than a couple. Put them all in the same bag. This one is not marked. That's got some really good gold tone to it and some shine. Here's this one. Again, no marks. This is an older rose. Look at that. I think I'll put this with my Christmas stuff, but it's available. This is abalone, and it's intact. That's usually the first part to go, is that part. There's the back. This is, and it's carved. Toggle bracelet. It's not in really good condition. It's got some issues. I don't know if you can see that on the edge. So, and there's no mark on it. I will probably not bring this. All right. Yes, this is my culling procedure. This one says Ann Taylor. This is a nice Ann Taylor, by the way. Nice long one. I love the chain on this. So let's get a length. It's got a really long chain. So this one is long. And any part of that's well, here's the extender right from there to there, but you can probably hook it onto something else to make it shorter if you want. So right now, it has a drop of 16 inches. So it's at 32, but again, you can, you know, hook it up shorter if you want. Ann Taylor. And I'll let you guys, let's see, pick your favorite. Just put it in the comments. Which one is your favorite bib necklace? So we have this, you know. This is from Stella and Dot. And this is Charming Charlie. Again, these are probably pieces that I won't reach for unless you ask me. But this one's really pretty because it's got the, you know, 3D effect there. And this one's kind of nice because everything's intact. All the linkage. And they both have their marks. Stella and Dot. Charming Charlie. I should drop on both of them. And they do have extenders, so you can make it smaller or bigger. This one is got a 7.5-inch drop, but again, you can make it bigger. This one has a 8-inch drop. Here's the back. So now I'm going to talk about this. I didn't even realize what I had until I really took a good look at it. This says nothing on one side. It has these beautiful crystals around the outside. And it says magnificent. And then it has 40 north and 89 west. But this is, of course, Illinois. But if you put those coordinates in your computer, there's something called the Magnificent Mile right around Peoria, that area. And the drop on this, and it does have an extender, but the drop on this is 11 3/4 about. It does have an extender, nice one. But then I noticed it's a Kate Spade, New York. And there's the little crystal there. And I'm not sure, I think that they used Swarovski's. It did polish up, so it does have it just has some fingerprints. But yeah, so I was happy about that. Because that's was kind of an unusual piece when I got it. And I go, well, that's interesting. So bring that. It's a series of necklaces. Now this feels like dyed howlite. Nice discs. Does have an extender, and the drop is 8.5 inches with an extender. This I thought was really pretty. I had to have it. I know it's more modern, but it kind of looked like a revival of, the 60s and mod and groovy and all that good stuff. But these are dyed shell. I mean, who doesn't like fun and funky as far as, your necklace goes? A little retro piece with all those fabulous colors that were popular in the 60s. Those big, bright, bold color block kind of situations. And the drop on this is 18 inches. And there is extender. And you can make it shorter. There's no rule says you can't make it shorter by just clipping this part closer in if it's too long. That's so much fun. The only reason why I'm separating these into their own bags is because I don't want them to get tangled with anything else. All right, got more necklaces. This is sterling. Looks more like it has a Gaelic, Irish, and then there's this little stone here that has kind of an iridescence to it. I don't know. I would have to test that, but it's really kind of cool because it just catches the light just at the right time. And it does have a nice extender on it. Chain is fabulous. Okay, it's got about an 8-inch drop. So right now it's sitting at 16 inches, but again, you can add another inch, which would make it 16.5 inches, I guess. Find a little baggie for that one. Got some fun stuff coming up here. All right. This is an older piece, and it looks like it probably has been repaired. I don't know if this is something that is sellable, but But it's a nice and long. That's on there pretty good, but it's not pretty. It's kind of a. And I don't know that I think it would have to have a restring if you're going to attack this with any gusto. And I'm not sure. See how this is kind of uneven? It needs to be more like so, because the larger one should be at the bottom. So, and then, which kind of makes it go like this. So I don't know what happened here. I'm sure there's a story to be told. It is black glass, and I will bring it, but it definitely has some condition issues. So about a 16.5-inch drop. And it does have some black beads in between, but they're glass. Smaller bags. What is going on here with the bag situation? All right, well, I'll use that one. I do have this gorgeous J. Crew. I love the chain. It's kind of a brushed, like frosty gold looking. All of the beautiful stones are there. And here's the back. Here's the mark. It does not have the Lifesaver, but it does have the J. Crew with the little stone on it. Oh, stone's missing. The little stone is missing. Okay, but I mean, I don't know why that would be missing, but it is. And it does have an extender. It's fully extended. So at its maximum, its drop is 9 inches. So that's 18 inches, but you can make it shorter. Yeah, there's a couple. You can make it 1, 2, up to 3 like changes for shortening it. But I love that tone. It's like a gold tone, you know, just like a frosty gold. So yeah, that's probably kind of a winter wonderland necklace. Oops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to smack you guys, smack you around. This is beautiful. Just these raw pearls. Oh my gosh, this is just so beachy and I don't know, just kind of looks yummy. These are all pearls. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's get a length on it. It looks like somebody made it, but they did a nice job. They picked out the right sizes and, you know, spaced them out with mostly, yeah, these look like freshwater pearls in between. I'm pretty sure these, I don't know what kind of pearls these are. They kind of almost look like teeth. But they're not, they're pearls. Just raw, natural. This is 16 inches. That's a good length. Really, really cool. I mean, each individual one is truly unique. I probably had it backwards. I think the good side's over here. See? Really, really pretty. Trying to fit it into this little tiny bag. It fits though. This one is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at those beads. Really adorable, the little rose beads. I was looking to make sure that none of the paint is wrecked, because these look like they're applique on some sort of, I want to say porcelain, but pottery, you know, clay that's made into porcelain or china or whatever you want to call it. It's, all right, 15.5 inches. So that's a nice choker style with a screw barrel. And this could be a artisan piece or a student piece or something, but I like the way it's finished. And then these stations. Isn't that lovely? I like that one. That one's adorable. Kind of whimsical. Find an appropriate bag. I'm not going to try and jam this one in a small bag, because I think it could be a problem. Well, is this a bag? Nope, that's got something in it. All right. I'll have to do that. Oops, hit you again. I'll have to do that again later. All right. This pair of earrings. I don't know. They're kind of cool. All right. These are glass. They're kind of a pea green. And then there's this mark on it right here. I don't know who that is. I will try and research it, but it's got a double lobster claw, which I'm pretty sure can be changed. What's going on here? Okay. If needed, to another jump ring there, but this is super long. Nice. Whoever was doing the silk knotting on this did a really good job. I'm not sure if I would have picked this green, but maybe there's a reason why they chose this particular green. But these are super long. And it is 30 inches, so it's 60 inches, 60 inches of beautiful glass. These are really cool, and they feel good in my hands. Yeah, there's a potential for this, and being that it's so long, you know, you can triple it. Glass. What's going on there? Yeah, that's probably from a bubble at the surface. I like the sound. And my last, this is cool. So these are vintage. These are silk knotted, super long. These are so long. I mean, flapper. Same with the green ones, flapper length. These are 29 inches. So that's like 58 inches of these beautiful glass beads that are silk knotted. Granted, some of the silk knotting, you know, there is a little bit of stretch on the thread, but it feels like it's pretty strong, but the clasp is interesting. It's plastic. It's the only part that's plastic, but it's a screw barrel type black. And you could probably, since it does have a clasp, triple it. Let's see what it looks like tripled. Do it. It has to do more with coordination of, you know, eye and hand than anything else. Just back up a little bit. And over here, the little glass ones, the green ones. So that's it on this particular lot. Let's see what else I've got to show you. I did buy a couple of jewelry jars. Let's see what's in them. I've already forgotten. So I got a jar like this. There was no lid. It came taped. And it's not a very big jar. So what have we got here? This is a pair of no-name earrings. Oh wait, there is a name. Excuse me. Let me double check. Okay, it's blank. But they're silver tone and gold tone. Clip-ons. Okay, that's enough of that. A very inexpensive ring. Does have a nice stone in there, but it's pretty flat. Nothing much to that. These look like this is a stretch bracelet, prayer type beads. I like the stones because they look like cat's eye, but I'm not sure. I think this is rather weak, this whole setup here. It stretches out too much. Oh, these are ear climbers. All right. So I got a couple of ear climbers. So you would put this in where your ear is pierced, and then this is like a cuff around your ear to hold, so your ear would be right here. So there's that. Stars. Oh, spinner. No name. This has a Figaro chain on it. That's pretty much stationary. Here's another Figaro chain. I like Figaro chains. This is not gold. I have a gold one, a real gold one, but that's a Figaro chain right there. What are you? Sneaking around here, lurking behind the other stuff. Tiny little bracelet. What is that? Oh, it's just a little hang tag that's probably crystal. I don't see any other marks. Cute little bracelet. It's kind of a rosary chain. This is pretty. Love, hearts. Looks like a real pearl. That part looks like rosary chain. A rosary style, no marks. Here's another necklace. I think this is multi-strand, yes. This has a spring ring, C-clasp, triple strand, and it looks like it's got some issues right there. And I don't think that's coming off. I'll have to give it a bath to see. So if anybody's interested, I will proceed with that. And then there's these ringlets. So that's a jewelry jar. This kind of reminds me of either like American Eagle. Some of their stuff is sterling, but this isn't marked. Is it American Eagle or Air Postal? You know, one of those, you know, teenage clothing store. But yeah, this is a simple Figaro chain right there. This is a Figaro chain with a larger size with a interesting acrylic pendant. So that's all that was in this jewelry jar. I also have a pair of rings that these are in really sorry shape, I must say. I think the only thing good here is probably the stones that are pretty dirty. Well, that was kind of not very exciting. And I got this jewelry pot. Like a dogwood. No marks on that. Let's see what's here. This is a paper clip chain with freshwater pearls. This, I think, was the only thing in this entire grouping that I thought was, you know, worth bringing to YouTube to sell. So that will go in the other pile. Let's see what's going on here. The rest of these goodies. Illusion chain. This has a mark. Oh, I think. Charming Charlie. This kind of has those same colors as that bib necklace from earlier. And it does. See, this is the thing with illusion style. They're kind of problematic. But this type of illusion, these aren't bad. At least they'll lay straight and give the illusion of an illusion. So there's that part. It's double strand. And are these glass? Those feel like glass. That's not bad. This is a faux turquoise. Brighton, or well, let me take that back. It appears to be a Brighton. There's no B, but these are glass. There's nothing on here that says 925. It's kind of a Pandora style. Interesting setup. Like little sea animals, turtles and starfishies. What else is in here? Oh, there's a stone. So I wonder if this is from the bracelet. I don't know. It belongs in there somewhere, so I'll just leave it all together in case something pops up. So this actually has the same paper clip that the pearl necklace did. I think there's two necklaces. No, it's just, this is all one necklace. Move aside, move aside. This is actually quite nice. Nice extender. Okay, well, I only see one of the, oh, there's the other one. All right. And then it has these little charms on the bottom. Okay, so I will give you the wearable drop, which looks pretty tiny, but there is an extension. So a nice long extension. So the wearable, which is this cute little baby necklace inside here. But yeah, if you're interested in any of this stuff, you know, you can reach out to me, JandaPanda@comcast.net. It helps if you have a time code of some sort. All right, so 8-inch drop right there. So it's 16 inches, so you can make it a little bit bigger. It just looks smaller, but it does have a nice presence. So there's that. Nice extension, another maybe 3 inches, which would give you an extra 1.5 inches around the neck. So that's nice. Very cute. So that's something that I would consider bringing to my sale. Oh, this one. This is another pretty little thing. This is like petite beads. Oh, that is so cute. This one is Charming Charlie, but it's really darling. It's got these pink little beads, like rosary style, in between. Fully extended. It's got the whole extension, so I'm wondering if this might be for a little girl. Fully extended, it's at 9 inches, so it's 18 inches. So yeah, anybody can wear that. And there's your look. There we go. That's really cute. I like that one. So this one has more potential. This is kind of gothy. This one is marked MCLM. It's at the smallest, so it's like a floating cross. This has a 7.5 inch drop, but again, you have to consider this part, so, and it has a nice long extension. Anyway, thank you guys for watching to the end. You know, if you get to the end, I'll tell you what to type at the end. So fully, it's like anywhere from 16 inches to 19 inches. So if you cut that in half, that's an 8.5 inch drop. Yes. I don't know. My brain's not mathing, but you got the length, so. And it has these little glass beads on it. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this one actually has more potential. Okay, so this, no. What's going on? Simple faux pearl necklace. It doesn't look vintage. It's made to look vintage, maybe. But it's cute, and it's got these cute little rhinestones here. No marks. Drop is 7.5 inches, so this has a 15 inch. So it's 15 inches. That's cute. Nice little pendant. Oh, so it's vintage, spring ring. That chain is in really nice shape. I kind of wonder, you know, I always look to see if there's any kind of indication that, because it does look like 14 karat gold, just has that look. Nine-inch drop, 18-inch chain. There you go. This one has stainless steel. I wonder who that designer is and what's going on down here. Oh, well, that's interesting. It's got some sort of extra goodies hanging off there. So this is by the brand Stainless Steel, 9-inch drop, but it does have an extender and you can shorten it. This is it's gold electroplate, 18 karat gold electroplate, 7.25 inches, or 7.25. That's not a 7.25. I need to size that. That finger is a 7.25, and this is not going on at all. So there might be semi-precious stones on there. And the last item is a pair of angels for your ears. So that will be, just type in the chat. This is how I know you got to the bitter end. And I can pat you on the back or on the head to say thank you for, staying until the end. You can type in the chat, or not the chat, but in the comments, type in the comments, angel. And I would appreciate that. And also hit the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. I do live shows, and you can actually see my face on Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then I do periodic videos like these, just so you can see what's out there, what's happening in the jewelry world, especially the vintage jewelry world. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.